name is Heather and welcome to my channel Strings and Threads. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It has been a beautiful autumn here. I'm in Pennsylvania and it has just been beautiful. And I've been watching all the leaves starting to disappear, and I just had the thought, like, I wonder, since these leaves are so beautiful, is there anything that we can do to, enhance them or turn them into some kind of crochet art? So I picked up a bunch of them that were gone were on the ground, and unfortunately they're almost all starting to be gone now. So my choices were not as good as I had hoped if I would have thought of this earlier. But I picked some up, the ones that weren't already like to the point where when you pick them up, they disintegrate in your hand, the ones that you could still hold. And I just kind of played around a little bit with it. So this was the first one I tried. I'm not like fully happy with this one because I got a lot of ripping up around the edges. What I was doing was I was using a small crochet hook and just jabbing it in and it kept ripping when I was doing that. So I like the lacy outside, but I don't know. I wasn't really too impressed with this. So I decided to try again and just thread a small needle with crochet thread. And I like the way this one turned out a lot more. This is just a teeny tiny one. I just wanted to do a small sample to see how it looked, because if it looked awful, I didn't want to go through all that work to do it on a bigger leaf. But I think this is cute. This was kind of what I had in mind. I don't really have any specific designs in mind, but I thought I would show you what I did to get started. And if you thought that you would like to give it a try too, I'm just going to do #leaf challenge. I don't know that anybody would ever want to do this with me, but if you did, you can use #leaf challenge and show us the design that you came up with. So let me flip this around and I'll just show you how I got started with it. And then you can really, once you have the yarn around the edge, the crochet thread around the edge of the leaf, you can do any stitches that you want beyond that. So let me show you how I got started. All right, so you just need a pair of scissors, a small crochet hook. There we go. 1.90 millimeter. Sorry, it's so small I can't even read it. The 5. And then a needle, and I'm using this crochet thread, which is a 30. So you thread the needle, but you're going to do the sewing double-stranded, which means you're going to thread it and then bring the two ends to meet evenly at the end. And then just do a knot at the end. Okay. And, as far as I can tell, there's no good starting place. I really only just tried this a couple of times, and I was so excited about it. I wanted to share it with you, and I wanted to see what other people could come up with for it too. So then you thread it all the way through. Come up from underneath. I'll come up and show you. And then you're going to have the double-stranded. You're going to have the needle come through the double-stranded part. And you can see that'll give you a place right here where you can put your crochet hook and draw up. So I'll do this again. Come up from the bottom. And then it's double-stranded here, so I'm going to have the yarn go through the double strand. And pull it through. I'll show you a couple more stitches, and then I'll come back when I've gone all the way around, because it would be a long video, and I'm just going to go through the middle of the double strand if I do the whole thing. Oh, that leaf wanted to join in the fun. You do have to go in carefully because the leaves are fairly, this is not a crumbly leaf. This is one that still has a little bit of spring in it, but they're still fragile. Go through the double strand. I'll do one more stitch after this one, and then I'll come back after I've gone all the way around the edge. You can see that nice edging you're getting, that you can put a crochet hook through here to start stitches. Okay, I'll go all the way around the edging of it, and then I'll come back. Here's how it looks, hand sewn all around. This is the front. All around the edges. Now you can pick up anywhere with your crochet hook. Again, I'm using a 1.9 millimeter or a size 5. So I'm just going to come in this stitch here, pull up a loop, and from here, I mean, you can do any stitching that you want. You're just going to go in through each of these loops. So maybe just for fun, I'm just going to do half double crochet or double crochets all around and see what happens. Maybe as I go along, I'll want to put one or two, or I want to put 2 or more stitches per loop, depending on where we are. Maybe going around in through these narrow sections, maybe I'll crochet some of them together. And here's a double crochet. This is really all just an experiment. So thanks for watching and playing along. I'm just going to play around. After I do a row, I'll come back and show you, and then I'll leave it up to you to see what you want to do with this. And here's how it looks when I have it all finished. So let me hold it up. I kind of think it's cool. The leaf kind of looks like leather to me, that you kind of punched holes in order to create the stitches. So I just did double crochets around where I had the initial stitching, and then I did a different row of double crochets with a different color, and then the final row is just a double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet, and just repeated that around. I'm really happy with how that turned out. I think if I were to practice this more, I could get it better. You can see I accidentally ripped the leaf there. And, this isn't for anything special. This was just to see if it could be done and take you on my journey of my thought process and how I went about creating it. So if you look again, this is the first one I did. It's pretty crappy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the crocheted part, but I didn't do a very good job going around the leaf. It got all ripped, and what I did, if you remember, I just stuck my crochet hook in and pulled through, and that was just not very good. This one I tried, this one's little, but this one I tried with the needle to make the holes, and this turned out a lot better. I think this one's cute. It's just little, and the leaf wasn't in the best of shape. This didn't rip from me doing it right here. This is just the way the leaf was. I just picked a really teeny tiny leaf just to, you know, experiment with. I didn't want to do anything big for an experimentation. And then this was my third attempt, and I'm really happy with this. I don't know, I might frame it and put it up. I'm not really sure what to do with it yet, but I really think it's pretty. I like this idea. If you want to use my idea and try to make a leaf into a crocheted piece of art, I would love to see it. Use the hashtag leaf challenge so that I can find it, and then go ahead and tag me in it because I would love to see it. Thank you for watching.